Was started by my mother. So I've heard that many people have come, so I decided to participate this year. I find it quite enjoyable. Lots of new people come every year, teaching new things, and it's just a wonderful thing. I'm glad that people can do it.
The Good Life Gathering came about because of the dreams of myself and some elders. It is a dream to bring together youth, elders, and community leaders to talk about ways that we can cope and thrive while the world around us is in chaos, so that we can all live a good life. It looks after our well-being spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally. It looks at the civil, the personal, and the political. This year's gathering came together with the guidance that we received last year from the youth and elders who attended. They wanted to learn things, be part of things, our dreams and hopes. So from what everyone said, guided this year's gathering.
White is the color of the North.
Start over again. Start now.
White is the color of the North, color of purity.
Cut.
My spiritual name as a healer is Gabi Gaga, Annishinabe, Megasi Dodem, Nukreda Dunja, Missaginda. I come from the Eagle clan. I'm a medicine man, healer, teacher. I come from New Credit Reserve, and I'm a teacher in the Mississauga School District. For 49 years I've been working with children and battered women, battered men also. I've known some of the participants in the Good Life Gathering from work I do.
And what has your role been in the gathering here this time around?
A spiritual advisor, teacher when someone comes and asks, giving me indications. I usually stay neutral in anything, and I try to help mediate between any factions or disagreements.
On the top?
No,
just north?
White.
Okay. White is the color. White is the color of the North. Purity.
Lincoln Stats, Six Nations, Ontario. Came with my uncle.
And how have you been enjoying it so far?
It's good.
Good.
Adventurous.
The process of putting the gathering together begins with a commitment to taking direction from spirit, from youth, from elders. It means listening to what they need, what they want, and balancing that with what we can actually do. It requires money, and our direction has been not to take money with strings attached, which is a challenge. And this year we're beginning to understand more why that direction was given to us. Preparation for the gathering goes on all year. As we find a deal on a tent or a rice or whatever it is that we can use for the gathering, it just keeps coming. And the same with the invitations to people. We are directed not to turn anyone away. All are welcome to the gathering. However, we also are directed not to allow drugs, alcohol, or weapons to be here because we're in ceremony. We don't advertise, and we won't advertise because it's not a public gathering. It is private. It's for those people who are kindred spirits, who are really seeking a good life, looking for a different way to approach life away from the chaos. How can you deal with things? We have city people coming, and the city people need some rest. What is it like away from all of these things? And somehow they hold it in their hearts, I hear. They hold it over the year while they're in the city, that they have this memory that there is a place that's clean, where listening happens, where healing happens, where we are welcome. For those who live on reserves, they learn of the other people, the greater society, what's happening there. There's an opportunity for people from all walks of life, from all faith paths. It's like a rainbow that we have here. The rainbow is the people. And I believe it's our power.
Can you sit up just a little bit? Yeah, great.
You roll it.
Cut. Coffee pot.
I became involved with the Good Life Gathering through my work with the International Institute of Concern for Public Health. And I've known Willi Nolan for the past 7 years through this work. And Willi has done some work for us as our representative in New Brunswick. I thought that IIC.P.H should be more involved in this activity, and so this year we are a co-sponsor of this event. We have been able to fulfill a good many of the things that we expected. There's been joy here, there's been fun, there's been healing, there's been a sense of community develop around it. And it's been a wonderful experience. And I think that will continue.
Here at the Good Life Gathering, we have a lot of different ways that they emphasize teaching and learning. There's a number of workshops that they do here. There's someone that has a biodiesel Volkswagen, so they show us how to install those systems. Willi has a big emphasis on solar power and conservation, so there's an environmental approach towards energy. There's people who talk about substance abuse issues, and that's a really big concern in this region, and everywhere really. There's a spiritual elder who gives a number of different teachings about migration routes of people and really what is needed in modern society to make it more sustainable, to make it work.
I have learned how to build a lodge and new songs in different language.
What language group are you from?
Huga.
Can you speak it?
Yeah, I can. I can say the first page of Ganohanya. Good morning. Dan dan score dan swatansias can go wara. Neho kaya canta so go distance and gwawi Ganohanya. Nady ne and the way he at Scott and Guayat and Guatnagot. Scott and Guatnagohanya and again yet home Guatnagot.
The medicine wheel, I could more explain it if I went through the whole points of the stars or the steps in between. The yellow represents the coming of life, both to the world and to a new child born. And the red is a walk of life, of searching for knowledge. The green is the foods that we eat. Each one is preceded by the color of an orange, a burnt orange. The black is a mystery that lies all outside of the medicine wheel of life. It's called knowledge, the unknown, from 1 second to the next or 1 hour to the next. It's unknown to us. It also represents a pathway to Creator, because many die and go through that doorway. But while we are alive, we look to the light blue, the beauty of the sky, for clarity of mind and spiritual awakening of ourselves through the white. The white teaches us that we must gather all the knowledge of that child that walks that pathway and look to the children of the future, the healing of the children of the future. That's represented by the lavender color. In that the steps in between is called looks within, sees far, rebirth, justice, innocence, and spirituality, with the center being truth. It also forms something else, but I won't go into that now because I'm letting some of those things go. And if you put all those colors, it becomes that golden brown that stands in the center of searching for the truth to the pathway of spirituality. Spirituality is an individual, not a name. It's not an institution, except to self.
It's always a good life, the theme for our gathering. The gathering is always for healing. People come specifically for healing. Everyone who comes receives healing in one way or another, and we're now able to see the physical manifestations. Whatever I'm going to do, I'm leaving for the ones who will come. My own grandchildren are the ancestors of the next 7 generations, the ones we can't see yet. And it's in keeping with our goal to look toward the good life for the next 7 generations of people as we go about making our tracks, making our journey on the earth. This place is marked. It's here for those who will come.
The circle of peace.
White is the color of the north, color of purity, untainted by other people. It is of pure knowledge and teachings. Black is to receive, white is to know it already.
Can we do that again?
Slow down just a bit, see if you can. All right?